My name is Caitlin Hunt, and I am currently a senior in my last semester at the University of Houston. I'm very excited to graduate and get out into the field. I am currently majoring in teaching and learning with a specialization in EC through 6th grade. I currently student teach in Katy ISD at Beth Key Elementary, where I teach 3rd grade English, language arts, and reading. I would like to start by telling y'all a little bit about my family. Growing up, I lived in a household that only spoke English. My dad is half Vietnamese and half white, and my mom is half Armenian and half white. Growing up, my dad spoke fluently in Vietnamese, but when he moved here from Vietnam during the Vietnam War, he lost his ability to speak fluently due to it not being enforced while attending school here in America. My dad still knows a little bit. He can still hold conversations, but he can't really read the Vietnamese language. And he was unable to teach me while growing up. When my grandma still lived in Vietnam, I would visit her occasionally in the summer, and I loved learning about the culture and connecting to my roots. But it was also very difficult having that language barrier because I didn't feel as connected as I could be. On the other hand, my mom never really learned Armenian. She knows very, very little. She didn't really truly stay connected to her roots. My great-grandparents migrated from Armenia to Lebanon before my grandma was born because of the Armenian genocide. Growing up, my grandma went to school in Lebanon and learned 3 languages while attending school, and those languages being Arabic, Turkish, and Armenian. And I was kind of surprised to hear that English wasn't one of those languages that she learned while attending school. My grandma often tells me many different stories about growing up in Lebanon. One of those stories being how she grew up very poor and how she wanted to do something to give her family a better life. So when she was old enough, she attended nursing school in Lebanon, and after graduating, she and some of her friends moved to America. Because she did not learn English growing up, it made life in America an obstacle, but she didn't really let that stop her. While working as a nurse in America, she also made it her mission to learn English. So she pretty much studied English every day. She never lost her ability to speak Arabic, Turkish, and Armenian because she did have her close friends with her. She was pretty much part of the tight-knit, Armenian, society here in America. With that being said, currently, this is still mind-blowing to me, but my grandma can speak 6 different languages. She speaks Armenian, Arabic, Turkish, English, and she even learned French and Spanish. She actually is currently learning German as well. It's very crazy to think about because I haven't even learned another language other than English. But unfortunately, my mom speaks very little due to my grandma wanting her and my uncle to adapt to American culture. I am very happy to be a part of such a diverse family and being connected to my heritage and culture, but it's also very sad that I never learned any of my native languages. But this also helps me see the importance of making sure that my students have that connection to their culture. I want to be able to support my emergent bilingual students once I become a teacher and help them cultivate their own cultural identities. This ties into my teaching philosophy, where I believe there is a real importance of multicultural education that needs more support to help emergent bilinguals. It's our job as educators to ensure that all students are provided with sociocultural resources. Every student, every child has a different background, different culture, and identity. And in the book that we are reading, Wright mentions how big of a role teachers play by understanding and knowing our students on a deeper level. He states that educators who work with English language learners must be aware of the diversity in their schools and surrounding communities. And with that being said, this helps teachers create effective lessons that will be beneficial not only in the classroom, but in society as well. I believe that building good classroom relationships with students helps teachers learn how to properly guide them and overcome any social challenges they may face in society.